Gina cooks. Ow. Ah! Oh my god. Walk it off, walk it off.
On today's menu, garlic shrimp stir fry with a side of white rice. So let's get cooking, good looking.
Hey everyone, welcome to The One Where Gina Cooks, where I combine my love of cooking with my love for the television show Friends. So in this video, I'm going to be cooking a dish from season 8, episode 15, titled The One with the Birthing Video. So in this episode, it's Valentine's Day, and Ross and Rachel are actually living together. But Ross's girlfriend Mona doesn't know that, and Rachel doesn't know that Mona doesn't know. Ross, you're shady as f***. So anyway, Mona comes to Ross's apartment to surprise him because it's Valentine's Day, and all of a sudden the doorbell rings, and Rachel, she comes out of nowhere and she's like, "I'm not here, it's just my Chinese food." And then Mona says to Ross, "She has food delivered here?" And Ross is like, "She's emotional, but ballsy." You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get in my sweats and eat this in bed. And you thought she was gonna be in our way. So anyway, thanks to Rachel, this episode always has me craving Chinese food. So today, we're going to be cooking a garlic shrimp stir fry with a side of white rice.
So let's start with the rice. Take a small saucepan and place it over a medium flame. Add 2 cups of water and 1 cup of white rice. Stir together and wait for it to come to a boil. Once it begins to boil, change the flame to low, place the lid on top, and let it simmer for 20 minutes. So the beauty of this dish is that you can add any type of vegetables that you want. I'm adding broccoli. I like to buy the bags of broccoli florets because they're already chopped up, and I just chop up the big ones even smaller so they're more bite-sized. Then take a large wok pan, add a couple drizzles of olive oil, enough to evenly coat your pan, and heat it over a low-medium flame. If you don't own a wok, don't worry, you can use a large sauté pan which will work just as well. Cut enough broccoli to fill 4 cups and pour them into the wok. One thing I love to do with my broccoli is to flash steam it. Flash steaming is basically just pouring some water into your pan so that your dish releases a ton of steam at once and all the steam gets locked in when you place the lid on your pan. This helps to cook the vegetable faster. While the broccoli's cooking, I'm going to chop up some red bell pepper. After chopping off the top of the pepper and taking out the seeds, I'm going to chop up the entire pepper into small pieces. I'm not going to add the pepper into the wok until the broccoli softens. So while we're waiting for it to soften, let's go ahead and get started with the stir-fry sauce. I discovered the recipe for the stir-fry sauce from a blog titled Or Whatever You Do, and I'll provide a link below in the description box. First, you're going to take some soy sauce. I use the less sodium soy sauce, and pour 4 tablespoons into a mixing bowl or large cup. Then pour in 4 tablespoons of water. 2 tablespoons of mirin, which is a sweet sake used for cooking, 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. You can definitely take fresh garlic cloves and use a garlic presser to mince them, but I always have a jar of minced garlic packed in oil on hand for when I need to save some time or I don't have any fresh garlic, and I strongly prefer using this or fresh garlic cloves over the dry minced garlic that you buy in the seasoning and spice aisle. Okay, next, 2 teaspoons of chili garlic sauce, 1 teaspoon of sriracha, 2 tablespoons of dark brown sugar, followed by a 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger, 1½ tablespoons of cornstarch, and last but not least, add in 1 teaspoon of mazola vegetable oil. So then you're just going to whisk this all together until completely blended and set aside. Ooh, look at that, my rice is done. Perfectly fluffy. Now let's check on the broccoli. It's looking nice and tender, so I'm going to add in a 1/2 cup of chopped onion that I already had in my fridge, and the red bell pepper. While those cook, let's move on to my favorite part of the dish, the shrimp. I love to buy the frozen bags of medium-sized shrimp that already come peeled and deveined. All that's left for me to do is pull the tails off. Once your shrimp is ready, add them to the wok. I use 2½ cups of shrimp, which is a pretty generous amount, but feel free to use more or less if you'd like. Now the shrimp is going to cook super fast, about 1 to 2 minutes, so watch them carefully. I cook one side of the shrimp for about 45 seconds to a minute and then flip them over and do the same to the other side. Once the shrimp are just about done, it's time to add the stir-fry sauce. Toss it around to make sure it coats all of the vegetables and let it cook for about a minute. You'll see it start to thicken, and ta-da! Our delicious meal is ready!
So now that our garlic shrimp stir fry and the side of white rice is finished, let's go ahead and try it. I love garlic, so I love this dish because you can really taste the garlic in this. Another thing that I love about this recipe is that I love how easy it is to make and how easy it is to travel with. So if you're going on a date night, you just put the white rice in one of these little boxes and the shrimp stir fry in another little box, and then have yourself a cute little date night. Or if it's Valentine's Day, have yourself a cute little Valentine's Day. Or if it's just you, eat out of this box anyway and be cute. Well, yeah, I don't want to discriminate because I'm single, people. I'm single, leave your number down below. Try this recipe, let me know how it turns out. Follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, see you next time. I messed up.